So I've shared my living room setup numerous times on Instagram, and nearly every single time, those posts just seem to get thousands of likes. So I think it's time to do a living room tour. So my living room isn't huge, but I do find it very cozy. And considering I don't have any children, it's a great size for me. I spend a lot of time in the evenings and weekends here. It's a place that for me is all about relaxing, enjoying movies, TV shows, playing video games and having friends over. By far the most common question I get is which colour do I use for the paint on the walls? It's called Chic Shadow by Deluxe. It's a neutral grey colour that I found reacts to light incredibly well. So in the day it looks nice and cool with all of the sunlight coming in, and in the evening it looks warm with the lights on. I don't have a specific look or design for my living room. It's really an eclectic mix of materials and colours that I like. Now let's get onto the TV. So the TV that I currently have is the all new 2023 LG G3 OLED, which I installed a couple of months ago. This is the 65-inch model, which I personally think for my living room is a good size. I could probably go a bit bigger, but then I think it might look a bit too big. With this being the G series, it is designed to sit completely flush against the wall, so it comes with a special mount that folds down into the TV itself. I also made a hole behind the TV and a hole behind the media cabinet to channel the cables through to make it look like a cable-free setup. It works incredibly well, giving my TV this awesome floating effect. This TV has super thin bezels as well and an aluminium frame around the edge. I just feel like it oozes luxury. But on top of being such a great looking TV, it's also very capable. It is a full OLED panel and gets super bright, making daytime viewing no issue at all, especially considering how much natural light I get in this room. It supports 4K at 120Hz, which makes it perfect for playing games. I have my PS5 connected up to it, and it's a fantastic experience. Playing pretty much any game on this TV looks awesome. This TV also has various picture profiles for watching movies, like filmmaker mode, so you get the original unaltered look of a movie, ideal for someone like me who wants the closest look they can get to a cinema experience. My media unit is from IKEA. I've actually been looking for a black media unit like this one for years and was actually very close to getting one custom made, but when IKEA released this one, it was remarkably close to what I envisioned. Whenever I have friends over, they're always surprised it's from IKEA, as it doesn't look or feel like it is. The design makes it look like it's from a high-end furniture store. I think what primarily makes it look like that is the design and placement of the legs and the glass doors. It's usually things that you see in high-end furniture. It has a cable management net underneath, so you can hide away any extension leads or any excess cables. There's plenty of storage space inside it too, a good way just to hide away anything out of sight. I have the PS5 in here too. Now obviously, putting the PS5 in such a closed off space is not good, as it's not getting any air. So usually when I do play, I keep the door open, otherwise it can get quite hot. I've been toying with the idea of making a hole in the unit, whether it's in the back or in the bottom, maybe adding a fan just to help with the airflow. But yeah, something that I might do in the future. On top of the media unit, I have a Sonos Arc, which is part of my full Sonos surround system setup. This is one of the best investments I've made for my home entertainment experience. My full setup consists of an Arc soundbar, a Sub Mini and 2 Era 100s. I wanted something clean and easy to set up, and this system is perfect for that. The Arc looks incredible, matching the media unit and the TV. The width of it is great for the TV I have, and it gives good enough separation for the left and right channels. The Sub Mini gives the system depth in the low end. It pretty much makes my whole house shake. It makes me wonder what's the point of even going for the bigger standard sub, as the speaker in each of them is exactly the same size. I think most people will be fine with the Sub Mini. Then at each corner of my sofa, I have an Era 100 on a stand. In an ideal setting, I would have space behind the sofa and then place the rear speakers further away, but I don't have that luxury, so this works for now. I can't overstate enough how incredible this whole setup sounds. It basically feels like I have a mini cinema at home. When watching movies, it does a great job of making things sound like they're coming from off screen. It's so good that it's caught me off guard, making me look out the window thinking that there's some sort of sound coming from outside, when actually it's just coming from the speakers. Same applies when playing games. It makes them much more immersive. The PS5 supports full surround sound, so games that have good sound design just adds to the experience. If you're someone who's considering a Sonos surround system setup, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're already in the Sonos ecosystem. So I was already in it. I had Sonos speakers around the home. I only recently upgraded my living room to have Sonos sort of surround system as well. And yeah, it just made sense for me. Now, of course, it is quite pricey buying the whole system, but I think over time, as you add to it, I think that's where it sort of makes sense. And yeah, I really do think for the money, for the experience you're getting, for the sort of seamless experience, especially because there's no wires required, it is awesome. The coffee table I have is from Wayfair. Unfortunately, I'm not sure they sell it anymore, but I'll leave a link to it if I do find it. It's made from walnut and metal, matches the aesthetic of my living room. I like how it has 2 levels as well, so I can have stuff on the top, stuff on the bottom, depending on things that I access regularly. I do have some random stuff on this coffee table. I've actually browsed Pinterest quite a lot on coffee table sort of decor, accessories and things like that. So have some books here. I really like this gold tray that I got. I got this gold tray from John Lewis, I think it was. And then I got this candle. So yeah, this is a pretty cool candle that I actually picked up from Amazon. You get 2 in a pack. It smells quite good as well. I don't intend to burn it because I think it looks pretty cool. Have my PS5 controller. And then I have these Mr. Porter Post sort of newspapers. And these are actually free. As far as I can remember, they're free. You can just sign up on the website to get them. Underneath that, my 13-inch M2 MacBook Air. And I also have a Ferrari magazine. So this Ferrari magazine is quite interesting. Whenever you buy a Ferrari, they actually send you this magazine out. I think it's like a monthly issue or something like that. What's really interesting about this magazine is that the type of person that buys a Ferrari isn't actually usually me. It's usually an older type of person. I'm 30, so I think the average age for a Ferrari owner is like 50 or something like that. But some of the stuff in here is pretty incredible. Like they have advertisements for private jets and things. Like, what? This is just pretty sick. And they have advertisements for high-end furniture. Another one, you know, if you want to have your own private jet, yeah, it's insane. Like, this is like next level money. The shelving unit I have next to the TV is from John Lewis. It's super solid and heavy, made from a mix of metal and walnut. It has a bunch of random accessories and sort of decorations on it. It has an additional access point for my internet, which I sort of have hidden away. I also have an aroma diffuser from Muji. This thing is awesome, super minimal design, but can make my living room smell incredible. It also has a light on it too, which gives off a really nice glow. In the corner, next to the shelving unit, I have an LED floor lamp. It doesn't do anything special other than give off white or warm light. The sofa I have is a fairly small corner sofa that I picked up from Swin Editions. I've had this sofa since I moved in, and I remember sort of 2 years into living in this house, 2 years into having this sofa, I was saying to myself, I'm going to change the sofa because I was looking for something a bit more higher end. Well, here I am 6 years later, still with the same sofa. Mainly because there's nothing wrong with it. It just hasn't been a priority for me. This is comfortable enough and does the job, and I like the look of it as well. It has a sort of minimal modern look to it. Unfortunately, it looks like they don't sell this specific sofa anymore, but there are a few other similar ones they have. The side table next to the sofa is also from Swin Editions. I love the marble finish on this. It is really, really nice. It feels very high quality. And the lamp and lampshade is from IKEA. I've sort of tried to go for a mix of sort of bronzy, goldy sort of color, black as well, walnut and gray. And those sort of 4 colors is what the living room is primarily made up of. I like those 4 colors. I think they look quite good together. Not going to be to everyone's taste, but I really like it. The armchair is one of my favorite pieces of furniture in the whole house. I love a good armchair, and this is super comfortable. It's the Hendrix accent chair, which I bought from John Lewis. It can be customized to pretty much any color combo you can think of. I've always wanted the famous Eames lounge chair, but I don't really have the space for one, and they're also crazy expensive. I think when I move to my next place and I have a bit more space, I'll probably splurge on one of these. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll of course leave links to any products that I can. Make sure to check out my house tour that I did a few months ago, showing you my whole house, showing you my sort of bedroom, kitchen, office, all that sort of stuff, just showing you the whole place. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more.